The Kaluma TV crew visited the KZN road racing exhibit at this year's Cars in the Park, taking place in Ashburton, KZN. I'm with Trevor from KZN Road Racing Club. We're here at Cars in the Park, just outside Pietermaritzburg. There's lots and lots of people come to check out all these cars. Trevor, who's hosting this?
It's hosted by the Vintage Car Club, and they've kindly invited us to put our cars on display here today.
Trevor, let's take a walk around and go and see what the show has to offer. We chat with Keith, the chairman from Vintage Sports Cars, the organizer of this magnificent event. Keith, you one of the organizers here. You set this thing up. Tell me about the event.
The event's been going for many, many years. We started originally in the park in Alexander Park in Pietermaritzburg, and it became so popular it sort of outgrew that venue. We were fortunate enough to be able to find this venue here at Ashburton. The event has just evolved from there to what it is today.
Well, as you can see, there's people everywhere here.
When the first event was held, it was a couple of cars. It was like 15 cars, I think. I think today we have in excess of 1,600 cars registered.
Wow.
And we're expecting probably in the region of about 14,000 people to come through the gates today.
And it's not just about cars. I mean, you've got food stalls, entertainment for everybody, something for the whole family here.
Absolutely. Our whole modus operandi is to make it a family day. The emphasis is on it being a family day. There's a kiddies play area. There's something for everybody. If it's got wheels, it's here.
Okay, so if you're missing the 2019 Cars in the Park, make sure you get down to 2020. I'm here with Alistair and Henry from the Natal Karting Club. Guys, I know that you build karts, maintain karts, have your own racing team. Alistair, tell me what's happening first before we get to you, Henry.
We've got a whole lot of series of karting, starting from the little 4-year-olds right up to the open class, which is the DD2 Masters. And a very competitive series of racing. Nice opener to guys getting into the formula racing.
For those people who are wanting to get into karting, what's entry level? What do I have to spend?
Look, anything from the region of the small guys start at around about 12 grand or so for a used kart, and they get in race spec and that, and then Henry looks after them from there. But the adults, anything from 20, 25 grand for a starter kart, and then as soon as they've got that going, then they can step up to one of the newer karts and become race ready.
Awesome, Henry. I'm sure these things can be quite expensive to run.
Well, a brand new DD2 motor is 54 grand, just the motor. And, we've got a couple of guys with more than one engine. The tyres, probably around about 3 grand a set, that type of stuff. So everything's imported. That's why it's all Euro-based, so it is quite pricey.
Trevor Warmbach reveals how easy and inexpensively you can get race ready in the power sport class.
It's a standard motocross bike. It's a CRF 450R. What they've done here is they've put a set of road forks on, road tyres, road rims, and made up a rear set, softened the back suspension basically, and we got a road racer. Very economical. You guys can pick up some of these used bikes for irrespective of 25 to 30 grand. The conversion doesn't cost that much, and the guys have got a very competitive bike. I mean, at the times around Desi's, this type of bike will put us on middle pack on the Superbike grid. That's how quick they are.
This is Oliver Broom, one of the KZN Road Racing retro racers. Oliver, you here at Cars in the Park 2019. You got some awesome vehicles on display here. Tell me about the one that's been parked on the beach its entire life. Let's start there.
That's actually our favourite bus. It's a 1964 panel van. It's got double cargo doors, so it's quite a unique panel van. We decided to leave it with its original paintwork because the problem is when you restore them, you're always scared to take it to a parking lot, so you're always paranoid having the car.
And you're also restoring them. We've got another one behind me here in pristine condition. Tell me a little bit about that one.
This one is actually the oldest split window in South Africa. It's a 1954 barn door. The difference between a normal split window, you see it's got a peak on the front. This one's got no peak. That one's got a full dash, that one's got a small little dash pod. So what they were done, these are made from 1949 to 1954. And this is a 54 model. And we bought it as a total wreck. Someone was living in the vehicle. We stripped it down. We put all new metalwork. It's got a very rare motor in it. So it's got a 1100 Judson supercharged motor, and it's been fully restored, and as you can see, it's immaculate.
I'm standing here with Harry Haynes from the Vintage Car Club in Vryheid. Standing here with this Ford Model T. First of all, I want to hear about your car club in Vryheid, and then I want to hear about this unbelievable machine you're standing next to here that you've spent your whole life rebuilding.
Not so much my life, it's all my money. No,
A lifetime and money.
yeah, that's for sure. We've got a big club there. We've got about 50 members, and well, a couple of hundred motor cars, different cars. So very big club and very active. A lot of we've got in Freight 12 Model Ts and about 20 Model As, and we've got several other big light cars like Dodges and Plymouths and Chevs and things. So I'm quite confident to say that there isn't another club in KZN that can display so many cars at one hit. And our car show, which is on the 8th of June, we have them all in a row, and we usually have about 30 or 40 of these big light jobs.
Okay, tell me about this particular car. I want to know, what's under the hood there. How much money have you put into this thing? It looks super expensive.
Well, look, when I bought this thing, it was in boxes. There was hardly two things together. So it took me quite a while. I spent about 2,800 hours, not rand, hours.
Just searching for the parts, I'm sure.
No, most of the parts were there.
Okay.
But what wasn't there, you import from America at quite heavy cost. But you can get anything from the tiniest little screw like that to tires, anything like that, and you have to get it from there. But it's a huge job to do, but I love doing it.
All right, I'm with Kevin Malens from Natal Vintage Tractor and Machinery Club. I believe you guys can make and fix anything.
Basically, we find old farm machinery from the turn of the century onwards, and we restore it back to running condition to bring to shows and put on show for people and see how it was done in the old days. And it's also just exciting for us to resurrect old dead things that people say should be in the scrapyard.
I believe you're also one of the KZN Road Racing ex-champions. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, I started short circuit racing in 1987, way too old, and I just loved motorcycles. And I thought when I saw the first road race meeting I'd seen, the guy coming last, I said I can beat him, and I started racing. And from there we slowly but surely built up and built better motorbikes. And in 1995, I won the Natal Super Singles Champion.
This is a mega petrol head. What do we got here?
This is a miniature Fairbanks Morse engine that I cast as a replica of a big original running one. We enjoy single-cylinder petrol engines, and I've got lots of spare time, so instead of watching TV at night, I build models and restore engines.
And the monster behind me here.
This is a 9-cylinder Wright Cyclone radial engine, and it came out of I think it was a Sherman tank from the Second World War era.
No way, so that actually powered a tank once upon a time.
That powered a tank.
Awesome. As you can see, there is so many interesting things here at Cars in the Park 2019. Man, if you've missed it this year, you've got to get down here next year. All right, I'm standing with Izzy from Mega Assist. First of all, Izzy, tell me about Mega Assist. What do you guys do?
How's it holding? We own a roadside assistance company. So if you need any tire changes, or you've got a flat battery, you're locked out of your car, you're in an accident, we contracted to all major insurance companies. So that's what we basically do.
And I believe you also build cars. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I own Mega Assist, and then I also own a company called Mega Classics. So we build from small cars, as you can see, to classic cars, Mustangs, VW Beetles, Kumbis, and all that sort of stuff.
Right, so if you're ever stuck on the side of the road, you need to get hooked up, give them a ring. This is Izzy from Mega Assist. This is Meredith Willis, familiar face, KZN Road Racing Retros Racer. Meredith, what are you doing at Cars in the Park today?
We come here every year. It's a great opportunity for us to display our cars and get some exposure for the club. Encourage new people to come and join in. In fact, today there's a couple of people who are in the process of building cars. So hopefully in the next couple of months we'll have some new entries.
So you like to attract new people just to whoop their asses?
Absolutely, love it, man. Love it. The Red Baron is waiting.
The Red Pocket Rockets. I've heard some inside information that during practice at the last event you actually did a motor and had to swap it out quick. Tell me about what happened there.
Well, it happened in the first heat. After I think it was 7 or 8 laps, the motor started to tighten up and I backed off, saved the engine rather than blow it up, and we changed engines between heats. The engine that's in this car now is a very old engine. It's run for at least 3 seasons, but it's still quite quick. So I'm rebuilding the other engine and we'll be ready for 22nd of June for sure, yeah.
Okay, that's a wrap from us down here at Cars in the Park 2019. We'll catch you at Desi's Raceway for the next event.